Nation. Welcome back to the SoCal Raider Report. It has been a little bit of a while. Obviously, if you know anything about this show, you know we do not have a show unless the Raiders win.
Yeah, can't handle that. Can't handle those losses.
And as you can see, Steeler John is back in the fold. We've got him, or Reasonable John, or Onion John. I don't know what we call him these days, but he is back along with the fellas. So I want to introduce everybody. First off, starting up the OG, triple OG. What's going on, Raider Joe? Where you at?
Hey, I'm up here in Lake Arrowhead, just ready to go, man. Excited about the last week's win, and let's get the show going.
Heck yeah. And over there with that strawberry cough is over there in Riverside. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, brother?
What up? Everything's good. I'm over here, just finished my food. I barbecued some chicken, and then now I'm just...
All right. Might as well drink away those problems. I am Reasonable John Earn. I don't need an introduction. I just wanted to say that was the most Raider shit I just seen is the camera angle up on Jersey Mike's face there with his worked in his backyard. He's got his Mexican look going strong today. Good job, Mike. Way to go, buddy.
Amazing. Yes, and
Mexican.
Yes, we're glad to have you back. We're ready to have Johnny back. Here's Johnny. We head towards Halloween, man, and we're getting ready for that showdown in New Orleans. But, man, it was a tough first quarter of the season. Obviously, the Raiders went 0-3. All three of those games were close. It was not like nobody beat us up, but the Raiders were shooting themselves in the foot. Finally put it all together at Allegiant Stadium on a Sunday. So want to hear you.
I have an interjection.
Yes, sir.
I think you misled the fans. I'm here to bring my reasonableness to it. The Titans kind of whipped that ass. You guys can't. You needed 8 points to tie at the end.
Yeah, so did the Arizona Cardinals, and they did. So it did come down to the end.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember. It was a 2-point
the deal is,
game.
John. Here's the deal. Okay, look, the first four games kind of went almost exactly the way we thought they would. Okay, now we thought San Diego would be or the Chargers would be a toss-up. We thought Tennessee would be a toss-up. Arizona, that one hurts, and that one's going to hurt for a while, okay? But the Charger game and the Tennessee game, we thought were a toss-up, and we're Raider fans. So when it's a toss-up, we're going to go with our team, right? Now, those two games could have went either way. We lost them. Arizona, like I said, it's gonna hurt for a while, dude. Okay, I hope it doesn't cost us at the end. Denver, we did exactly what we thought we were going to do. We're a better team than Denver. We're a better team than Arizona. We should have beat them, and we didn't. That's how it went. It went almost exactly the way we wanted, except those games that came down to the very end, we didn't win them.
Yeah, I'll further articulate on that. I think the point was we were in the game despite a 20-point lead, and then even with the Charger game, like at the very end of the game, we were in it to tie, go into overtime, or win the game in these games. So that's all he's saying is that they weren't like blowouts.
A score away. Okay. All right. So I retract my erroneous. It was erroneous statement, Ern. I apologize.
The truth about Roni is she's a real special girl. Let me get back to you. Let me tell you one thing, Steeler John. I'll tell you this wholeheartedly. Having watched all three games very closely, I was heartbroken in all three. I don't know what's worse, being heartbroken at the end, like most Raider fans are used to, or is it being blown out? I mean, your Steelers, well, that's a whole other ballgame.
Well, look, yeah. Same thing. They're in every game, right? I do think this. I think that we discounted the fact that we have a new coach, right? And when it comes down to new coach, those close games, we're going to take a little time, a little time to get acclimated to the team. Now, I still think we should have beat Arizona regardless. San Diego and our keep saying San Diego, but the Chargers and Tennessee, we're winning those games at the end of the year. And the first five, we acknowledged in the beginning on our first show, the first 5 games of the season. Let's get by those first 5. Now, I thought we'd be 3-2. We'll see what happens this week.
Joe,
we may end up 2-3. But I'm telling you right now, after this Kansas City game, we're going through a stretch of 6 to 7 straight wins, and you could put that in the bank. Look at our schedule.
Question for you on the Arizona game. since you guys didn't have your cast. Do you think it was coaching that caused the loss or execution?
Execution, 100%. Execution.
Okay.
I don't necessarily when you get a
all they had to do was tackle Kyle Murray in the
exactly.
background. That's all they had to do.
And Max had him tackled. Max had him tackled. That's why the Arizona game is gonna hurt for a long time because we had it in more ways than one, and we did everything possible to lose that game, and we lost it. We deserved to lose it because we didn't step on their necks when we had a 20-point lead. And as you go into the season and start changing their mentality, they're going to hold those 20-point leads. You know, even the Denver game, we should have won by a lot more than what the score ended up. You know, we kept them in because we couldn't get in the end zone. We kept kicking field goals, and we kept them in the game. And if we would have lost that game, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be hanging outside of my house through a rope or something like that because
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Easy.
But the Denver game was closer than it needed to be. It really was. And as we progress further in the season, you're going to see their mentality changing, and we're not going to be keeping teams in like we did before, like we did already with Denver.
I think what it boils down to, like Joe said, is that it's a new coach, which I'm going to be honest with you guys from the beginning. You guys know me. Not happy with the hire.
Mike, can we get a mute button on your I mean, I got to tell you how to run a professional organization here?
I don't know, John. Do you think your interjection right now was more distracting than my clearing my throat? Because I'm just wondering.
Yes.
Because here we are 17 seconds later talking about that.
Okay. Wow. All right. But what I was going to say is this reminds me a lot of the 1988 season. The Raiders at that point had tried to bring in Mike Shanahan, who is definitely not a Raiders coach. And it was a disaster. Now, listen, that squad was full of great players, loaded roster, but the coaching was just not there. And nowadays, with the fact that they didn't play any preseason games with this current regime, I think that's cost the Raiders a lot. So I think like the Raiders just went through preseason.
Yeah, and I do think
like the Raiders went through preseason.
Yes, and I do think here the best thing that we have going for us before you go, Mike, is there's nobody running away with it, right? We thought the Bills were going to run away, then now they're looking like shit. Kansas City looks strong, but guess what? They lost to fucking Indianapolis last week. So anybody can beat anybody. This is the NFL. I mean, yeah, we're 1-3. It sucks, but there's only 3 teams in the AFC that are 3-1. Everybody else is 2-2. So we're right where we need to be, man. I mean, not where we need to be, but we're right there. It's not like our season's over. This game against Kansas City, win or lose, our season's still not over. Because like I said, after Kansas City, we got 6 games we're winning. Okay, and like I said, you could take that to the bank. So after whatever happens this week, we're going to go on a 6 or 7 game winning streak. All right.
Anybody want to add anything else about last week? I just thought I finally ran the ball. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, Mike.
So here's my summary of the first few weeks here. There's plenty of blame to go around. See, I kind of disagree. I think there's plenty of blame to go around. Week 1, Derek Carr, 100%. He shit the bed. Week 2, there's many different reasons for week 2. I think Joe did a pretty good job articulating that. But the bottom line is you let a dynamic quarterback shine, and we can't do that. 20 at halftime, and then we just stood around and tried to play this clock game or whatever. We don't have the defense to do that against dynamic quarterbacks who can kill us. We got to keep, like he said, the foot on the throat. And then, I don't know, man. I just think that there's plenty of blame to go around. A lot of it is play calling. It is play calling. We saw some dumb stuff last week. We saw some really dumb stuff. We also saw, the Raiders not taking care of the ball. That's been a problem, a big problem, not taking care of the ball. And Derek Carr needs to find a way to get into the damn end zone. Across the board, he needs to find a way to get into the end zone. And I understand that it's not just him out there, but elite quarterbacks find a way to get into the end zone, and we need to do better. And I'll leave it at that.
That's pretty sweet, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I just think that, like you guys said, I think the Raiders, like you said, Mike, perfectly. The end zone, goal line, or red zone issues for the Raiders continue. Man, they used to pound Chucky on this whole thing that he didn't know how to get in the end zone. They thought that McMuffin or McDaniel, whatever his name is, McFailure, he was an expert supposedly at the red zone, and so far it's the same shit. So you know what, man? I think they better practice those red zone plays. But you got one of the best playmakers in Devontae Adams at the goal line. Man, I don't know how you just don't at least give him 3 shots every time you're down there. At least 2 shots. But nevertheless, we won that first game. We won our first game. We are looking better. We have a chance. And now we are, at least the game we won was divisional. I think that's huge. The game we lost, the Cardinals, was non-conference. The Charger game hurts, but the Chargers don't look so great to me, and they're super banged up, man. They lost their left tackle for the year. Things are wide open. So before we get into this week's game,
I have 2 things that I don't want to go over.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. 2 things that I don't want to forget. Number 1 is about the Arizona game. I can't leave it. You guys were celebrating. Woo! Third quarter. Woo! We won the Super Bowl. We're going, baby. And then someone needs to find out who those fans are, and they're never allowed in a Raider game again. That's how I just feel as an NFL fan. They are never allowed in a game again. And then the second thing was, as Joe can attest, my best bet in football, I know we're going to transition to that for this week. Last week was the Raiders versus the Denver Broncos. I said, hungry dog runs faster. You guys need this victory. It's a division opponent at home. If there's ever a time to bet on a team, you were only given 2 points last week. It was taking candy from a baby, that bet. I should have bet my mortgage payment on it. I feel bad that I didn't, but I said if the Raiders are going to be anything this year, they have to win that game. Derek Carr has to play well enough to get him into the end zone, run the ball. It's Denver at home. The defense stepped up. Everybody played at a next level. So you got to see if you can do that again. What I'm worried about for you boys, and we'll get into this on our picks, is it's tough to go from that big high, and now you got to go to Kansas City. But all right, let's go. I'm sorry, Aaron. Turn it back over to you.
No, man, it's all good. So we want to do this thing. Our best picks of the week for this week. These are games that we feel like this is a lock. If you want to bet the house or you want to bet that mortgage payment, go for it. But I'm gonna start first, and I hate to do this to you, John. My lock of the week: this Steelers and Bills. Bet the house on the Bills.
14 points.
Kenny Pickett's playing? Is that right? Am I got that right?
14, yeah. Kenny Pickett.
It's 14 points for the. I'm laying the points. I'm taking the Bills.
Woo!
All right, so there you go. There's mine. We're gonna keep a record of this. I got a chart.
Keep a record of it, Ernie, and I'll tell you what, I'm going the exact opposite of you. I think the Bills are going to win the game, but there's no way they cover the 14 points. Not with the Steeler defense, and they're going to play conservative on offense for Kenny Pickett, and they're going to run the ball, and they're going to try and run the clock, but the Bills are going to win, but not by more than 14. I'll take the Steelers on that.
Okay. Who wants to jump in next with their lock of the week?
I got a 2-for-1 special. If I can only be stuck with one
parlay,
the one that I want everybody watching to make money off of is the San Francisco 49ers team total over 23. Over 23. They're paying Carolina. Carolina looks atrocious. San Fran is about to break out. Jimmy G's been having to use football games to practice, which, by the way, what a waste of a quarterback that San Francisco was even considering letting this guy walk out the door. I don't see – it's just the most baffling thing in all of sports that I've ever seen. A guy that took you to the Super Bowl, takes you to the NFC Championship game, wins 70% of your – and you bank on a rookie? Okay, I got it. So Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers are going to score 24 or more, and that is my lock of the week.
I like that.
Yeah, and I hate to root for the 49ers because they're the San Francisco 49ers, but I think that is the most ridiculous thing because to me, I don't care if I have a high school quarterback playing quarterback and we make it to the Super Bowl and make it to the AFC Championship game. I don't really care who plays quarterback if we're in the Super Bowl, but for San Francisco to give up on Jimmy Garoppolo, they got lucky that Trey Lance got hurt. To be honest, they got lucky Trey Lance got hurt, but
they would have had a losing season probably.
Yeah, they got lucky, and I'm not rooting for them. I'm almost rooting against the organization because they gave up on it. I like the underdog guy, and I do think they're going to do a lot better with him than with Trey Lance.
The problem is for Trey Lance, and shout out to my friend Matt Brigham, who is a huge Niners fan. As he said, Trey Lance he played like 5 games in college, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He had no repertoire of games. The thing is, Shanahan liked him because, from what I understand, they saw Josh Allen and they thought, this is what we're going to have if we get this guy. Because Jimmy G is always hurt. Jimmy G missed some throws in the Super Bowl. But you know what? I don't know, man. You got to take the winning hand. To me, the Niners are crazy, but they're crazy lucky that they ended up with Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
wish the Steelers had Jimmy G. Tell you that.
Yeah, hell yeah. They lambasted the Rams. The Lambs. All right. So anyway.
I'm gonna go with something a little more low key that not everyone's paying attention to. I wasn't prepared to do this. I wasn't looking at the matchups and the over-unders, but I was just scrolling as we were getting the show started. And then just the one thing that kind of stood out to me is the Cowboys with their replacement quarterback. It seems to be having them on the right track. Thank you, Victoria. And then the Rams coming off the loss to the 49ers. I think the Rams will probably win, but I don't think they're going to cover the 5.5. So there's mine for the week.
Funny you say that. I'm glad
Rams,
it jumped up.
Rams are favored 5.5 up against the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I'm glad it jumped off the board to you, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm betting the house. I'm betting the house on them boys too, because that stadium is going to be an all Cowboys stadium too. Let's not forget that. It's a home game for the Cowboys.
I think Cowboys are winning straight up. I'm surprised they're even getting points.
Yeah. The Rams don't look very good on offense.
No.
Especially against the
wrong with Stafford. Something's wrong with his arm.
Yeah.
It's karma when he let that girl fall on her face and not do anything about it.
I'm gonna insert it now.
All right.
All right. Let's get down to it, because I know you guys. We got family. We got things. Even me now, old man, dad over here.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to this week's game. So Monday Night Football, Chiefs Raiders in KC. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right.
I think the entire world understands the dynamic of this matchup, right? Raiders barely salvaging any, remnants of a season by, I'm going to say, barely polishing off the Broncos. And the reason why we won, with the score, with the points spread that we did, was because the Broncos made a lot of mistakes. And I know that's something that can happen from game to game. The Raiders have definitely made our mistakes and made it easier for our opponents. But I'll take the win, but I just wasn't happy the entire game. I was like, something's missing. Like, come on, this is too close right here. Like you were saying, Ern. But I'm just going to say that for the sake of the Raiders salvaging their season, I know it's not a must win, like, oh, if you don't win, you're 100% done. But I'm going to say, if we want to take a serious stab at the playoffs, we got to come out and beat the Chiefs. I don't exactly know how we're going to do it, but what I can say is that defense has got to do a little bit more than what they've been doing. There has been some bright spots with the defense, but they got to go above and beyond. And then we got to get in, we got to be firing off all cylinders, and the offensive resurrection, if you will, it's got to take place. Even if it's a freaking old fashioned shootout, we just got to do whatever we got to do to beat the Chiefs. and it's not going to be easy. We've all of us have predicted that, I think we were going to split the Chiefs, all the division games. I had that we were going to split them all, and we very well still could. But I don't have any nuances about, it definitely has to be this, or this. Defense has got to transcend, and then we have to be firing off all cylinders on the offensive side of the ball. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. Who wants to go next?
We'll let John go since he already has his background up, ready to rock.
Blue 80! Blue 80! Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Just your boy, Patrick Mahomes. I just came off the field. I just beat the Raiders 67-4. And the two extra points that they got at the end were just, we just gave them to them. We just put 4 up on the board for them. But the Kansas City Chiefs, we just got off the board. We won by 57 points. Mike, I don't do math. I do TikToks. That's what I do. Blue 80! Blue 80!
First of all, John, you sound too manly to be Patrick Mahomes, but that's
way too manly.
I like it.
You're more like his wife.
That's
great
good.
though.
All right,
that's a good one.
That's good. All right.
So what was that score? 62 to what?
67-52 minus 7. We beat them by 60 points.
Okay. All right. Man.
All right.
Money well spent on the costume.
Yeah. So here's look, this is gonna be a tough one. Okay. I'm hoping that we get the Kansas City Chiefs that played the Colts versus the Kansas City Chiefs that played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. So they looked really strong last week. We got to play a great game in all 3 facets. I see a lot of JJ, and it's going to be dynamite, baby. Josh Jacobs is going to come and bring it. Keep the clock running, and to Raider Mike's point, if we're really going to take a stab at this division, we need to win this game. We can't go 1-4 and KC 4-1. So going 2-3 again, like I said, even if we lose this game, I don't think the season's over because I looked at the rest of the schedule for the year. But if we lose this game, I think that the division is going to be out of reach because KC looks pretty strong, and I can't imagine us going undefeated the rest of the year after this game. So I do think we're going to come out. We're going to come out swinging. We're going to control the ball, and Patrick Mahomes is going to make plays. That's what great players do, and we just got to.
Yeah. Did you call me? You called me, Patrick Mahomes.
we just got to limit your plays.
What can I do for it?
We got to limit your plays. We got to limit your plays.
Pink?
It's kind of like playing Jordan, right? Playing Kobe and the Lakers. Kobe's going to get his. You got to shut down everybody else, and that's what we got to work on. So,
is that a pink?
I don't know if you saw me last week. I was playing basketball out there instead of football. I did a spin move. Tampa Bay was this way. I went that way. I looked like the greatest quarterback of all time last week.
It did. It was impressive. That's why I'm hoping. We get you the way you looked against the Colts, Patrick.
I look good. People fumbled the ball. They can go to hell.
That's why
I did my job again.
That's why we're hoping. That's where we're hoping your counterparts don't have a great game because we know that you're a great player. We know you have a great game, and ultimately, we're going to try and shut down everybody else.
You did pass on me in the draft. I want you all to be aware of that. Just
a lot of people did. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
I kind of think like Steeler John looks more like Mike Brady than he does Mahomes, but that's fine. Either way, listen. Bottom line is this: if you look back at 2020 when the Raiders beat the Colts or beat the freaking Chefs in Arrowhead, granted there was no fans there, but this is one thing I noticed that they didn't do in the other games last year. The Raiders had a spy on Mahomes, and that guy, all he did was hit Mahomes. Hit him and hit him and hit him and hit him.
That's got to be
coverage-wise, you're not going to – there's no Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
So you got to – obviously, to me, you got to take care of Kelsey. Somebody's got to smack Kelsey up hard.
Did Kelsey get hurt last week? Was he gimpy? Did something happen, or was he just disappointed? I saw some highlight where Mahomes was like consoling him or something like that. You guys see
I
that?
was just telling him what we're gonna do after the game. That's all that was. That's nothing. That's nothing, Mike.
Blue Oyster Bar was in the order, but
Blue. Hey, hold on real quick. John, with that hat and your voice, you sound more like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Than Mahomes.
Hacksaw is my father. My father is Hacksaw.
Agreed. But regardless, I think keys to the game real quick. Like I said, got to spy Mahomes and hit him. Can't let what happened with Murray happen again, because Mahomes knows how to extend plays and Kelsey knows how to find the zone and sit down in it and just that's it. There's no Tyreek Hill over the top. So that's done. So my keys to the game are, of course, everybody thinks they're going to do this against the Chiefs. They got a good defense, but Raiders can't play ball control. Raiders got to just be aggressive like they did. Remember that game? We threw deep balls to Aguilar. We threw deep balls to R.I.P. Ruggs. And the Raiders got to do the same thing. Now, we got Devontae. Dude, Devontae showed up last week big time, man. He showed, like, look at the back shoulder throws that he got.
Surtain, one of the best corners in the league, 2nd and 5. And good block by Miller, the left tackle. Outside, Carr. And a block by Jacobs. Chipped him, but outside. Mumford is now the right catch in. Again by Munford. And a catch at the 10. Adams. Josie Jewell's out. And then
there's no stopping him. So ball control doesn't have to be the run game. It just has to be move the chains, baby.
Yeah.
Move the chains, stay in the game, get the crowd out early, and win, baby. Win. Thank God we're not playing over there in the freezing tundra that it turns into. But I think we have a shot.
Field goals may beat Denver, but field goals aren't going to beat Kansas City.
Oh, no. If we go in on the first drive and score a field goal, I'm going to say it right now. We lost. First drive is so important because no matter where it goes, if we don't go down there and score a touchdown first drive,
I'm gonna throw 5. I'm gonna throw 5. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's over.
I just yell that out sometimes for no reason. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Patrick, if you're watching this, please stop with your blue. It's annoying. Shut up.
Is that what's more annoying? Is what's more annoying, that or Carr going, "We're good, we're good."
We're good.
We're good. Yeah, we're not good yet, Carr. But, hey, I want to tell you guys, thanks so much for coming out. We're going to put the show together and get it out here ready for Friday. So you guys can get in there, enjoy your Friday night, and enjoy this weekend. No game on Sunday. Relax with your family. Have a fun night Sunday. Maybe go on a little picnic. Take a hike. Whatever you're going to do. And then Monday we'll be ready to go for the Kings of Monday night. The Raiders.
We need subscribers so I can get reimbursed for this prop. Okay.
And then then just so you know, Tuesday after the Monday, we're going to be celebrating the Raider game, and then getting ready for the playoffs. Dodgers, baby, game 1 Tuesday next week.
There you go. All right, that's flex. All right, and also remember this: we're looking for a sponsor. So we need a sponsor. We need to start looking for local sponsors to sponsor our show. I have one in mind, Raider Jacks in Whittier. I'm going to try to propose a sponsorship. Be like, Raider Jacks, you guys sell all this Raider merch. Sponsor the SoCal Raider Report, and we'll mention you every week.
Can't do bubbly, John. That's a Pepsi account.
Hey,
Pepsi product.
Let me know if we end up getting a sponsor, and I'll clean up my act. I'll put a nice background, and
we'll do a live. We do a live show. We'll do a live show.
I won't clear my throat. I won't allow John to interject 17 times during the show, whether or not he's got a cool costume on, and then I'll make it real classy over here.
Oh yeah. Well, we're all over the place. But hey, guys, thanks again for taking some time out, and thank you to everybody who's been watching, supporting us. Our preview show, even though it was a disaster because our previews were dead wrong, we got a good amount of viewership. That was awesome. So thanks for everybody for watching, and keep tuning in to the SoCal Raider Report. All right, guys, goodbye.
And they weren't dead wrong. We just picked our teams to pick on the pick'em games. We picked our team, but
and then
it's still one.
And then another thing,
good thing.
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Good thing. Good teams figure out how to win those games, and right now we're not where we need to be. So we'll get there.
a little shout out or a little preview. At the end of this month, we're going to be live. At least three-fifths of us. We're going to be live in New Orleans, baby.
Oh yeah.
Four-fifths of us. John will be the only one not there. So.
Oh, that's right. Joe Jr.'s going. Okay, my bad. Four-fifths. Yeah.
And by
the overwhelming
way,
majority of us.
Reminds me of to say shout out to Raider Joe Jr., who are missing him. He's in a service for our country, and he is unavailable this week. But we love him, and we thank him for all his service, and we pray he's doing good. And with that, I bid you all adieu. From the SoCal Raider Report.
Patrick, go get a drink, Patrick.
Will do.
Just
Blue Eddie! Blue Eddie!
Blue Eddie.
out.
Go Raiders.
Peace out.